Polo, Lawrence, and Nora, and Enek, I'm sorry, Enek too, are free now. And they are out of debt, and we are moving on with another step in this relationship. I mean, look at last time, right? We did have that one moment between the two of them. I mean, Lawrence is still coy, but interestingly enough, I mean, it's Hall's own fault. He's becoming very coy with everything that he's doing because of the way she acts towards him and him trying to emulate that, right? Him trying to actually kind of get in on the action a little bit and do the same to her. So I'm very curious as to how this is gonna end up. But either way, it's a very nice dynamic that we have got going on here. I apologize. I actually seem to have let something in here, but it's not nothing to concern yourself about. Uh, Although it might actually be a problem later on. The thing actually flies in front of my fucking screen. Either way, enough ramblings. We're gonna get started with this reaction video. Yeah, not here. Spice and Wolf episode 13, a new arc. It's gonna be really cool. I'm actually gonna release episode 13 in the same week as episode 12, and we're gonna just do it in a way as to get that out. Episode 13 is not gonna be within the review of 12, of course, because they're separate arcs, and that would kind of not be that appropriate. So this is gonna be next week. Hope you're looking forward to that one as well. And let's get started. Spice and Wolf episode 13. We're still in Ruvenhagen. It starts in a 3, a 2, a 1. Cheery music. We're in an inn. Okay. Oh, I love that's the main theme. I love that. I do wonder how he can talk so freely about this without people being like, I might snitch to the church about that. This is not getting boring. Much that's opening up the song. I also love how the intro, as of now, only spoiled like very little of the overall story. And it mostly seems to be focused on these arcs that we've been seeing up until now. They're telling stories. Meat. She's salivating. What's happening? I thought that was goats and not sheep. Hmm. I thought that was goats. Hmm. Oh, holy shit! Look at that face. Hmm. Something's going on. What a good boy. Hmm. Nah, this is a serious moment. I don't even remember that. We got some introspection. Honestly, that sounds amazing. I love the art style they use here. Like with the intro. Hmm. I can kind of understand that. I'd be embarrassed. Did you see that? Hmm. Hmm. As a traveling merchant, you would have to be. But the mm, something very intimate, I guess. Sometimes the body, takes what it needs, right? And the mind as well. Bitching the moment she opens her eyes. Was she perked up by at that? He must be really weak with the if the blankets were too heavy. Yeah, me neither. Explain it to me, Lawrence. Okay. The four temperaments, we learned that in school, well, as like historic things. Mm. But yeah, it fits the times. I was gonna say make a joke about being moist, but I wasn't quick enough. She's like, I'm in. Of course. Worse than a football player, holy shit. Sleep is the best medicine, honestly. Like, if you don't have anything super, super serious, you just. And she seems to be processing a lot here. Hmm. Yeah. A long, long time. Maybe that's the very reason why you're drawn to him. I don't think that's what you meant. Ouch. Hmm. Interesting. Does she mean in him or in herself? Maybe both. Mm, honestly, I would take that any time of the day. Nothing better than, I don't know, something like porridge on a cold autumn or winter's day. I don't know about summer, but I guess you can make the porridge cold. Yeah, I don't know if you would like her just as much if he was. Eating a lot is a good sign, especially if you've just been sick. I mean, in most cases, not in all cases, but you know. She'd like him to stick around. Yeah, something light. It might be expensive. Mm, Wait for it. She doesn't want it after all. I mean, there's a good reason for it. She's not just a shepherd. She doesn't mean that. That is true. Something to be said about being sick and wanting to be cared for, because that's a feeling that I almost like. I mean, from personal experience, I feel it's almost universal. Like, it just feels good if somebody's taking care of you. Oof. Interesting. Trade secrets. Hmm. She liked that for some reason. Funny little meta joke here. And now they had the connection. I guess this is something they can bond over. Making fun of Lawrence. Ah, but he's a sport and he takes it, obviously. Even if he doesn't quite get it. But that is a nice little interlude, I think. Maybe I can even do a review very soon. Get it out like in a couple of days or something. We'll see. I totally forgot that there was an interlude. I don't even know if there was one, right? In the original series. I mean, we often have like um contemplative dialogue or monologues or inner like thoughts going on during like in the light novel and stuff. But I don't know how precise it was in the old anime, so I don't remember it quite clearly. If she did have that sickness phase in the first season of that show. Either way, definitely, if it wasn't, then this is a great addition because it's a great way to kind of process things that have happened and get a little bit more of a point of view um, into Hollow's mindset, right? And her thoughts going on, her conscious thoughts as well. And I do feel like oftentimes we do process things through dreams or daydreaming. And especially when we're sick and stuff like that, when we're actually in between those phases where we do feel like we're somewhat good again, but we're not strong, we're not okay. Uh, it almost seems like it, wasn't it? And we see more. Holy shit. Yeah, this is an addition. Another one. White hair. Alright, so next time we do have a new town and a nostalgic feeling. Very nice. Yeah, as I was saying, as I was saying, I think oftentimes when we're in that phase, when we're like past the peak of the sickness, whatever the sickness was, be that a normal like infection or be that something like an exhaustion of the mind or of the body for some reason or another, that we are in that in between phase where we still feel very weak, where we do still have that desire to get attention, right? To be cared for, to be yeah, kind of spoiled a bit, right? Even as adults, that we are getting into that contemplative state, right? Because at that point, the pain or the discomfort is not high enough for us to actually get to that to actually drown out all of the thoughts that we have. But at the same time, we're still feeling weak enough to so it's very hard for us to mask all of our vulnerabilities, not just in front of other people, but just also in front of ourselves. Because if we humans can do one thing very well, it's lying to ourselves about all kinds of things. Yeah. Um, but that is definitely a very cool addition if it's something new, right? I can very well imagine that we had similar points of exposition and inner monologue and inner like processing going on in the light novel. Like I said in the beginning, it's been quite a while since I read all of them. Years. Um, yeah, but I do not remember it from the old anime. But that's been years as well, so who knows? As I said, I'll at some point I'm gonna take a look back and then maybe watch a little bit of the old anime, and maybe we're gonna do one single video where we're like, okay, let's talk about like old anime, new anime differences, similarities, for an hour or something like that. Um, because I really like this new anime. I really like it. I think it's well done in general. Especially the last couple of episodes, it's gotten better and better. But honestly, that there's not a lot you can do wrong with Spice and Wolf, in my opinion. At the very least, if you hit the mood right, if you have the voice actors, and they brought back all the original voice actors, so I'll be seeing you next time, right? I do hope you're watching the review. Go check it out. I don't know what I'm gonna do this time or last time, right? The episode 12 review, which I'm actually gonna do record after this one, after this reaction. But I'm sure we're gonna have some fun things to talk about, and we're also gonna maybe read some excerpts or something. We'll see. If I find appropriate excerpts, if I find the time. See you next time.